a space where you can move freely and safely, allowing the body to feel supported, unhurried, and receptive. Knowing that this final practice is not about performing techniques, but about embodying awareness itself. Stand or sit quietly for a few moments, feeling the contact between your body and the ground, sensing weight, balance, and subtle movement already present even in stillness. Let the spine lengthen naturally, the shoulders soften, the jaw relax, and the face smooth, as if the body is remembering how to be at ease without collapsing. Allow the eyes to close gently or remain softly open, taking in the environment without fixing on any single object. Take a few slow, natural breaths and notice how breath, posture, and awareness are already moving together, forming the foundation for this integrated meditation. Today's practice invites you to let movement and stillness dissolve into one continuous field of awareness, where yoga, qigong, tai chi, and walking meditation blend into effortless, intuitive motion and rest, and where presence remains constant regardless of form. Begin by standing still and sensing the breath moving through the body, feeling the subtle expansion and release without control, trusting the breath to guide you. Notice how even in stillness, there is ongoing movement, the sway of balance, the pulse of circulation, the gentle adjustments that keep you upright. Allow awareness to rest with these micro-movements, recognizing that stillness is not the absence of motion, but a quiet harmony of many movements unfolding together. When it feels natural, begin a gentle stretch, perhaps lifting the arms slowly on an inhale, feeling the body lengthen upward, and allowing the arms to float down on an exhale, sensing gravity support. Move slowly enough that awareness can fill every phase of the motion, noticing the sensations in muscles, joints, and connective tissue without rushing toward the end of the movement. Let each motion arise from breath and intention rather than habit, and allow transitions to be as alive as the movements themselves. Continue with simple, flowing motions inspired by yoga and qigong, gently circling the shoulders, opening the chest, bending and straightening the knees, allowing movements to ripple through the body like waves. Feel how awareness remains steady even as the body changes shape, and notice that presence does not need to be recalculated with each posture, but simply continues. If the mind wanders, acknowledge it kindly and return attention to the sensations of moving and breathing, trusting the body as an anchor. Gradually allow movements to slow and come to pause, returning briefly to stillness. Notice how awareness remains uninterrupted during the pause, how clarity and aliveness do not disappear when movement stops. Sense the echo of movement within the stillness, the warmth, the subtle energy circulating even as the body rests. From this stillness, allow a new movement to emerge naturally, perhaps a shift of weight from one foot to the other, a slow step forward, or a gentle turn. Begin walking slowly, feeling each step with the care and attention cultivated earlier, noticing lifting, moving, and placing, while allowing the upper body to remain relaxed and balanced. Sense how walking is simply standing and falling in slow motion, supported supported by awareness and ground. Allow the pace to be guided by feeling rather than thought, letting each step complete itself fully before the next begins. As you walk, recognize that the same awareness present in stillness is present in motion, unchanged by speed or direction. Include the arms swinging softly, the torso rotating, the head balanced, and notice how the whole body participates in each step. If you wish, pause occasionally mid-walk, coming to stillness, and notice again how presence remains continuous, neither increased nor diminished by stopping. Resume walking, feeling the seamless transition, allowing movement to arise from stillness and dissolve back into it without effort. Gradually allow walking to transition into slow, Tai-Chi-inspired movements, shifting weight deliberately, bending and extending the legs, letting the arms float and circle, guided by balance and sensitivity rather than force. Feel the ground through the feet, the upright axis of the spine, and the quiet flow of energy through the body, recognizing that stability and fluidity coexist. Allow movements to be rounded and unbroken, with no sharp edges, as if you are moving through water or air with equal ease. At times, let movements become smaller, almost imperceptible, until they fade back into stillness once more. Stand quietly again, breathing naturally, sensing the body alive and organized, noticing how awareness has not left at any point. Observe the emotional tone now present, perhaps a sense of calm, clarity, openness, or gentle vitality, and allow it to be as it is without analysis. Recognize that emotional regulation has occurred not through control, but through embodied presence and gentle attention. As thoughts arise, notice how they pass through the same field of awareness as sensations and movement, no longer pulling attention away so easily. Now begin to move again in a way that feels intuitive, without following a specific form, allowing the body to lead and awareness to follow. Perhaps this includes stretching, swaying, stepping, or resting, and let transitions happen naturally, without deciding when to move or stop. Trust that awareness itself is sufficient guidance. Sense how action and rest are no longer opposites, but expressions of the same underlying presence. As you continue, imagine carrying this quality of awareness into daily life, into standing, walking, reaching, sitting, and even speaking, sensing how life itself becomes a movement meditation when awareness remains embodied. Feel how you can respond to situations with greater clarity and ease when you remain connected to breath, sensation, and posture. Allow the practice to slow toward a natural conclusion, returning once more to stillness, standing or sitting quietly, feeling the whole body breathing, grounded, and alive. Take a few calm breaths and acknowledge the journey of these 10 days, recognizing that nothing has been added, only revealed. Understand that stillness in motion and motion in stillness are always available to you, not as techniques, but as ways of inhabiting your life. When you are ready, gently open the eyes or lift the gaze, allowing awareness to expand outward while remaining rooted within. carrying this embodied presence forward into the ordinary movements of your day, meeting each moment with steadiness, fluidity, and mindful care. Remain here for a few more breaths, allowing this final integration to fully settle into the nervous system. Notice how nothing needs to shift or change now. Awareness is already whole, inclusive, and at rest within itself. Sense the body as both empty and full, relaxed yet alert, responsive without being driven. Feel how breath, posture, sensation, and perception are no longer experienced as separate elements, but as one seamless expression of being present. Let attention soften even further, as if awareness is resting everywhere at once rather than focusing anywhere in